Hi, I'm Marley, and for my informative speech, I'm going to tell you how to teach a child to tell time. Typically, for children ages 5 to 6, children should be able to read the hour and hour-half markers on an analog clock and draw the corresponding times. Ages 6 to 7, children should know the number of minutes in an hour, which is 60, and the number of hours in a day, which is 24. Children should be able to tell and draw time in 5-minute increments, and they should also be able to comprehend the quarter to quarter past concepts. Ages 7 to 8, children should be able to read an analog clock using 12-hour clocks, 24-hour clocks, and Roman numerals. They should also be able to compare time by hours, minutes, and seconds, and they should be comfortable using time-specific vocabulary such as o'clock, a.m., p.m., morning, afternoon, noon, midnight, and things like that. But before a child can tell time, they need to understand the basics of what goes into telling time. You can do this by showing them times such as 12 o'clock and 6 o'clock, and check to ensure that the child understands that the shorthand indicates the hour and should both be said and written first, and the longer hand indicates the minutes. You teach a child to tell time by first getting the basics down. So start by practicing counting to 60. They have to know all of their numbers up until 60 comfortably. And you can help them learn this by having them read the numbers off of a chart, writing them, or reciting them from memory. Once they get that down, then you practice counting to 60 by fives, so like 5, 10, 15, 20. And then once they get both of those, you can start to teach the general concept of time. Start by introducing the child to concepts of morning, noon, evening, and nighttime. Then, once they understand that, you can ask your child when certain routine activities happen, such as what time or when do we eat breakfast, what do we do in the morning, or what time is your soccer game this afternoon, things like that. And once the child can understand those divisions of the day, they're on the track to understanding time. Connecting time to their daily routines makes it a whole lot easier for them to understand and grasp the concept. Another way to help them understand is by making a model clock. I kind of made a quick example. Doesn't really work that well, but it's a good example, and we've been using it to teach my cousin. So it's pretty cool. Then you have to break down the hours, so you have to differentiate between the hands and make sure they understand that concept. Start by explaining the hour hand first, just because it's the easier of the two hands to grasp. Start teaching your child how to use the hour hand of the clock so they can relate each number of the day to an hour. Then, as they start to pick it up, ask them to show you certain times on the clock. So show me 8 o'clock. They would have to show it to you. If my thing would turn. Well, you know. Okay. So they just have to show you like that. And then once they get the hour hand down, ask them to, or explain the minute hand. And the minute hand is a lot more difficult just because you have to count by fives. Explain to your kids that since there are 60 minutes in an hour, 1 means 5, and 5 means 25. 9 means 45, and you would just explain that process to them. And then once you start to get the hang of the basics, or once they get the hang of the basics, it'll start to make it you can start to make the times that you ask them a lot more challenging so that they grasp it a little bit better. And eventually they'll have it down pat. Thank you.